Welcome. This is IG. I hope you enjoy this video. Actually, I don't really care. But if you do, please make sure and subscribe. Make sure you rate and you comment and you troll me and you spam my video out to all the people you know and say, hey, this guy, man, dude, this guy. Anyhow, we're not going to be talking about anything important in this video because I just see so many videos out there that are just so important. I figured I'd do a little bit of like lighter stuff. You know, stuff that's not all that intellectually challenging, because we both know, or we all know, that the stuff on Twitter and the stuff on Facebook is just so intellectually heavy that it just weighs us down as a species, keeps us down. Like, for instance, the whole Milo and Twitter thing. I mean, that's so deep and it's just so important to our society. It affects us all. We must stand together and fight against censorship from Twitter by people like Milo. It's so important to do videos about that stuff. You know what else is important to do videos about? Is plagiarism in speeches at the RNC. Dude, we have to do more exposing of those plagiarism. They're bastards. They're taking stuff. Check this out. They're taking stuff other people have said before, and dude, really, they're saying it again. Oh, we got to do videos about that. We have to expose all trophy wives for saying stuff that other people have said. You know why? Because it's just so important. It's just so meaningful. It affects us all. It affects the entire human race. It'll affect the election. It's so important. Right, Michael? I stand with you. I stand with you. You know what else we should talk about? But we're not, I'm sorry. We should talk about Pokemon Go and how important that is to our society, how that's benefited our society. You know how I think it's benefited us? Now we have more people in public looking at their phones. That's exactly what we needed. We needed more people getting up off their couches and out of their houses and into the streets and into the parks, trespassing while they look at their phones. Thank God for Pokemon Go. If you're playing Pokemon Go, dude, I want to high five you. I want to high five. Dude, let's high five right here. Boom. Yes, you're a winner. And I love you. We're not going to talk about that stuff. It's just too important. And this is the Inventor Gorilla channel. I mean, we don't talk about important stuff at all. You know, maybe we talk about like scientific discoveries, you know. Like, you know what? Actually, a few months ago, there was a discovery announced that the great debate community is not talking about. You know what? It must not be important. It just must not be. Right? I mean, all you skeptics out there, all you logically minded people, all you atheists out there in this community, don't think that the discovery and verification of gravitational waves is important. It must not be. It must not affect our discussion at all. The ramifications, no. You know, being able to actually look at the universe a new way. You know, we've opened the door to understanding gravity, black holes, potentially dark energy and dark matter. Yeah, a lot of these things that would answer a lot of fundamental questions, and more importantly, things that have verified a lot of what Einstein theorized. I mean, we never thought that we'd have equipment sensitive enough to detect these things, but lo and behold, they did it. But it's not important to the great debate community, is it? We would rather talk about stuff like Milo and Pokemon Go and plagiarism. You know, do you see the Amazing Atheist ever doing a video about the ramifications of gravitational waves and how it would affect this argument for or against God? Or you know what? Screw that. How it affects the human race when it comes to space travel, to propulsion systems, to the energy crisis? Do you think TJ's ever done any deep thought about this discovery and how it potentially changes the entire paradigm of the human existence in the future? Well, it must not be important enough for him to talk about. It just mustn't be. But here on IG's channel, we're going to talk about that. So please follow the link, watch the video. There's also a Q&A, a separate video. I will include that link as well. I recommend you watch that one too, in case you, like I did, I had questions, you know, because I'm dumb. I'm just a stupid Christian. I mean, I believe in God. How could I understand these deep topics that are just not important? So watch the Q&A, because there are a lot of questions there to get answered. A lot of repetition too, but I highly recommend it. You know what? I also recommend that you Google this young woman who does this presentation, and you look into things like, you know, maybe some papers she's written, some peer-reviewed papers, you know, and some patents. Now, a lot of the times when you go to these links, you know, the full texts aren't available, and I'm a little bit suspicious. We can talk about that if you're on that level. But if not, you can just go back and talk about stuff, you know, like that's on Facebook. You know, you can talk about trending stuff. You can try and insert yourself in some of their conversation. Right, Michael? Instead of talking about things that really affect the great debate community, potentially game changers, you know? Anyhow, I'm sorry for wasting your time. I'm sorry that if the video I've linked below is a waste of your intellectual, you know, prowess. You know, you can take it out on me in the comments section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.